Malefication is a newer mapper. He's got his second map, which is called Celestial Gateway. So let's do it. We're on Ultraviolence. He intends that this may become a map 4 in some sort of set. Not quite small enough to prevent me from killing them. Might take a while from that distance. Yeah, I don't really like when maps do that, put a bunch of monsters behind bars like this, because you can always kill them early. Oh, secret for that, cool. So yeah, this one's supposed to be a little bit more visual, worked on visuals a little bit more. In this room, there's no transition right here, so that looks a little bit weird. Just maybe 8 wide of some Sean or some support or something there would work. Here the light doesn't really change anything in the room. Oh, maybe right here though. So yeah, I guess the idea is this light is illuminating this entire space, and then once you go over here it gets darker. Okay, I can I suppose get on board with that. But what you'll see a lot is a triangle or circular area of perhaps an even brighter section where the light is closest to. The other thing I want to say about this is it seems like these various brick textures are just kind of used for no great reason. It's like over here it's this grayish blue almost, and over here it's this brownish tan, and then they kind of they're kind of mirror effect or opposite effect, and I guess the question is really why? I mean, the room is rather symmetric, so it seems like this is variety just for variety's sake. Lots of sergeants. Lots of sergeants. Lots of imps. Oh, that's going down. That's cool, I like that. I think you're safe up there from the demons, but it turns out you're not. I like that a lot. I like that. See, this would have been, oh, these bars closed on me now. Yeah, let's kill those guys. So yeah, here's some good lighting, because the light's here, the light source is here, so it's properly, yeah, I mean we've got the angles perfect here to make this darker. I like that a lot. It still seems a little bit weird that this tiny floor lamp is able to illuminate this all the way over here. So if you're gonna have a lamp thing illuminate that much, I would at least use like the tall techno lamp or even the short techno lamp rather than the floor lamp. But yeah, I mean, no big, not a huge deal. We've only had the one ceiling so far. There's not a lot of ceiling detail. It's not really a lot of wall detail either. It's just kind of different walls used. Over here you have what, 5 imps in there. This may be a spot where you instead just use 1 mancubus. This should be lower unpegged right here, by the way. And if the top isn't upper unpegged, which I don't think it is, it should be. yeah, so here's a spot to just maybe throw in one Mancubus, because if you're worried about, well, a Mancubus is grindy, well, it's not any more grindy than 5 imps, is it? I mean, it is a little bit, but it might even be better, because, yeah, you've got 5 enemies able to shoot a fireball, but a Mancubus essentially shoots 6 times as often as an imp, doesn't it? So you don't really lose anything. The only thing that would change is that if you happen to get hit by him, it's going to do a lot more damage. So, I don't know, maybe a little bit more variety in there if that were to be just a single Mancubus instead. Now the bars, just in case Malefication or anyone else doesn't know, Doomguy can glide through a gap of 32 units. And that is the absolute minimum, and it's like really freaking hard to do anyway. I mean, I've never been able to do a glide. Of course, on a vertical wall, it's fairly easy for those who do know how to do it. But yeah, so there's not really any reason to have this many bars. I mean, you can put bars 24 units apart, and Doomguy will never be able to get through that. You can theoretically put them 32 units apart, and the only way to get through it is you know, a speedrunning glitch, basically. Also, these are all lined exactly the same, and you kind of really notice that when you get up close. So just, you know, just change the offsets a little bit here and there. All right, let's do this. I should probably save. I might get killed here, right? Celestial Gateway. Kind of an interesting title. It sounds like it's going to be like either a heaven map, which you don't see too often, or a star map or something. I'm not really sure what kind of map it is yet, so that's why I haven't changed the music yet. But yeah, we'll get rid of D-Running soon. I'm not sure what's up with this floor. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be that floor or not. So that opened the bars back up, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so let's do oops. We'll go with the, whatever this map is called. I forgot. Okay, all these are open now, too. Gantlet. Could be a secret. And so yeah, here now it's just, well, here's my star gray wall. And so there's just not a lot of pleasant visual element to this. Good job, Imp. Thank you. So this might open that window or something. Nope. Teleporter. Oh, okay. Back to the beginning? That seemed a little bit weird to me, because I'm not really that far in here. I mean, it's not that big a deal to just walk back out. Yeah, again, the good lighting in here. See, this is blocked here, so it cuts it off there, and it's blocked here, so it cuts it off there, but it's a different angle. So we've got definitely got the right idea with a lot of this lighting detail. But I think the difference can be even more dramatic. I don't know what this is. I can't tell. This looks like it might only be 32 difference. But what we're talking about here is an area that is illuminated, an area that is not at all. So you could do a 48 or 64 difference here, and I think you'd be able to get away with that. What I do like about the map is that there's certainly a theme, and the theme is bars. Oh, I forgot I have one of those. But yeah, I mean, here's a golden opportunity to use a different texture, not just a different color, but a different texture. Especially since it doesn't really align all that well. But yeah, I mean, we're just bombarding me with the star texture. We also haven't done much height variety yet. I mean, there's been this little staircase up to here, but that's really it. Other than that, I've been flat the entire map. I've been on one level, floor level, height. Yeah, I keep doing that. Gotta go here. Alright. We better save again. So I gotta go around there and hit that switch. And there's another teleporter. Okay. Is that back to the beginning? Yes, it is. So yeah, overall, it's a cool concept. What we do is we kind of just open up more and more bars. What? Siri thought I was talking to her. That's weird. So yeah, you get kind of this symmetric situation here. Oops. Looks to be something in here I didn't explore yet. Oh, okay, that's just that. Never mind. Alright, so back to that rocket launcher. See what we get in here. I can tell right now what I suspect is going to happen in here. There's going to be too much space for whatever the battle is. That's my guess. Well, the Hell Knights win. So yeah, way too much space out here. That's not to mention that they probably can come in waves if you only hit these switches one at a time. Maybe not, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, way too much space here. Too many monster types too. I know it's only, well, it's four different monster types, but none of them is a high priority monster. The highest priority in here is arachnotrons because they're really big, so they can, you know, they can rooster block you, and they have the fastest projectiles, but they're great at infighting, so all you have to do is run around in circles and wait for everything to kill each other. And since there's this much space, that's incredibly easy to do. So unfortunately, that whole encounter really doesn't work at all. You know, I think a good way to make it better would be just to eliminate some of the monster types. Look, in a room like this, Cacodemons don't serve any purpose. They're just weaker Hell Knights, right? Because, I mean, they're not going to do much flying around. Sure, they can go over the other crowds of enemies, but unless they start up high or stay up high, then they're just weaker Hell Knights, basically. So maybe this just needs to be only Arachnotrons and Hell Knights, and that's it. Now you've only got two monster types, so there's going to be less infighting, and it needs to be a lot smaller. And I still think maybe you need some higher priority enemies. Couple of hit scanners. In fact, put them on turrets so that they don't, so that it's harder for them to do the infighting. you know, a couple of chain gunners in windows somewhere, and then suddenly you've got a priority. You've got an immediate threat, and while you're trying to take them out, you maybe forget about the arachnotrons, take some damage from them, and now there aren't as many monster types, so there's not nearly as much infighting. The space is a little bit smaller, so you might indeed get rooster blocked by some of these arachnotrons. I'm talking way too much, but Malefication, I think, has shown a lot of promise, and this is just his second map. Here again, transition texture. Oh, never mind, that's just misalignment, right? That's the same texture. No, it's not. It's a little bit different. Yeah, another massive space. Unless there's a huge fight in here later, this is just way too much space. And it's so bland, there's one texture. I mean, there are a few textures, but they're all basically the same texture, and it's right angles, and the same ceiling has been like everywhere. Oh, here comes some more monsters. Wow. Okay, nice little trap, but still too much space. Coming for me. There we go. Alright, we'll use some bullets. Ow! That went like right through the other one. Okay. So yeah, not a horrible trap, but again, there's just too much room in here. Now I get a few more. So yeah, that's just what is called an ammo sponge. There we go. That's a nice secret, I like that. I've only gotten one out of... Oh, I've gotten two? Well, I'm only a third done with this map, wow. See, I think this would be better if the door were like in the middle of this window instead of way on the left over here, because that gives Doom Guy the advantage. Look, players are good, and players have the benefit of hindsight after they try it once, so you want to give the enemies the advantage, not Doom Guy. As many advantages as you can. Yeah, demons in this much space is just grind. They're no threat at all. Gotta get him killed. Not sure what's going on with the lighting right there. Yeah, I mean, it's all just very basic. The geometry is very basic. There's no... I mean, this is just a gray room. There's absolutely nothing on the ceiling. It's a nice floor texture, but there's nothing to it. It's too much of the same thing. Okay, so that's a blue door. I really don't understand why mappers do that. Just mark it blue. Why can't this just be a blue marker? Okay, some revenants. where'd you go? I thought someone was coming over there. So yeah, pretty much as a rule, this map has had too much space. And I'm starting to get the feeling... yeah. It's starting to seem a little bit disconnected as well. It's like the areas don't really have anything to do with each other. You know, as soon as I took that teleporter, where was I? I was in this, and this is like, you don't even remember this anymore because you're so far away from it physically, spatially, and even conceptually. You're far away from it. Because you've gone up these huge stairs, and it's like, well, you've gotten out of your tan room, now you're in your gray area. And now you're in your comp area. Now we got our blue key. So we can go in here. Alright, him. Get him. No. Not gonna happen. And now we're in our wood room, right? So there's too much separation between these rooms. Now we get ourselves a little maze. This is probably a red door. Okay. Could use a backpack at this point. Wow, that's pretty intense. Yeah, this is much better. This is much better. I mean, this is very... the geometry here is very simple. It's just classic bookshelves. But the combat in here was the best of this map by far. Because you're actually afraid. You know, you actually feel like you're not in control. And that's kind of what you've got to try to do. Oh, I want that. Oh, come on now. Give me that. Well, actually, the map kind of gives it away there. Oh, no, it doesn't. Ah, how do I get in there? But yeah, so, yeah, in this part of the map, you know, you never know what's coming up behind you. I don't know how many of the monsters were not deaf in here, but that would have been a great place, if they weren't, to include some non-deaf monsters. Okay, so we got blue key, so we can go all the way back. Yeah. Don't know how to get that shotgun. Yeah, not a bad room combat-wise. It's certainly campable from here. But once you get in here, you do have to be a little more careful with what you're doing. Okay. Okay. I should have known there were more coming. I missed them, didn't I? Okay. I'm not sure what those did at the moment. But we'll figure it out. Hopefully. Oh, I didn't flip them both, did I? Wait, yeah, I did. Oh, there's 3. Right, okay. Okay. There we go. You're late to the party, my friend. Oh, there's another one. Okay, 2 more. I'm not sure what the point of them is, unless you have to go back that way at some point. Which maybe you do. Some revenants over here. Oh no! I shot the wall. You don't want to do that. You do not want to do that. Oh crap. You can't miss a shotgunner from point blank. That's just something you can't do. Oh, everybody hates the Hell Knight now. Poor Hell Knight. Oh, come on! He died right in time. That rocket would have killed all 3 of them. Instead, it didn't touch anybody. Alright. So yeah, I mean, there's just too much of the same textures. I mean, wood all around, just a tiny bit of this metal coming in. And it's a nice touch here with this little metal beam going across. But that's not to mention how, you know, how it's the same thing. Okay, now I'm back down here. Yeah, Arachnotron way at the opposite end of a hall is just not good map design. I was gonna say, unless some of the other monsters are not deaf, but they are deaf. Nothing? Ah, that's what these little cubbies are for. Oh, get in there. Yeah. I don't know if these are supposed to be like right angles, but it seems like a simple way to do a right angle is use the angle you've got, copy it, paste it, and flip it horizontally or vertically. Although this looks like a 45-degree angle, so you would think that it would be easy enough to do the opposite 45-degree angle. I don't know. But yeah, they kind of look like they're all different. I must have a mega armor, because I took half damage from that archvile. I think. But it's only 23, so I'll go ahead and grab that. Not really anything in this room, huh? Oh, is he stuck in there? Oh, there he is. Does not even care. Oh, we got him. Good. Keep going. Oh, crap. So busy trying to infight, I'm getting myself killed here. Oh, wow, I got him too. And he's done. So yeah, Super Shotgun is in a map with this many Hell Knights and Mancubi and Arachnotrons. I don't think the Super Shotgun is a weapon that can be just a secret. I think you gotta give one up for free later on in the map. Otherwise it can be potentially grindy. I don't know if I can get out there at all or not. These monsters are a little bit too far away for me to want to kill. Oh, okay, there's a yellow key out there, so I gotta go out there at some point. Looks like it's gonna be right now. myself killed with these hit scanners. Anybody else? Okay. So yeah, another really big area. As soon as, at least there were some hit scanners out here, but as soon as you clear them out, oh, there's a missing something here. As soon as you clear them out, there's not a whole lot going on except occasional homing rockets, like that one right there that almost killed me. And if you were to get caught in the crossfire of some mancubi, that could be a problem too. Yeah, there's another one. I gotta get rid of him. Oh, there's a lot more. Look at that kill. Body comes all the way down. Ow. Okay. I think I'm done out here. But yeah, kind of a cool idea to have these little platforms. Get a few extra monsters. Getting the yellow key. There's just impact. Oops. Alright, we'll just let them kill each other as much as they're going to. You two are next. Gotcha. Yeah, that's enough. Wait, where's the yellow key? I thought it was this. Oh, okay. No. Okay. Yeah, 2 barons in a huge space, and I was out of rockets. I think I was out of rockets. Not gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I hate to say, just not a great map. The first one I played by this mapper was much better, I think. This one tried to do too many... I wouldn't say it tried to do too much, it just tried to do too many. The different areas and different rooms were all completely different and unrelated to each other. And they were all monotone. They were all kind of, here's this room's texture, and now we'll have a door, and now you're in another room. And now here's this room's texture. And the combat, there wasn't much to it because most of the rooms were way too big. The exception, the significant exception, was that library room, which, you know, didn't look great, but it had a nice combat because there were little holes that monsters could shoot you through. There was the possibility of someone being behind you that you didn't know about. There was a lot of good stuff in that room. But overall, this thing just was too varied visually, and yet too monotonous visually, and just too much. The layout just didn't really do anything for me. It just kept going. Take a look at the layout here. I don't want IDT. I'll do a map here. All right, so here's the map with the computer area map. So you start in here, and you do your little distinct areas. And this area wasn't as bad actually, because you had the bars. You could kind of hinted at what was to come every time. But then you teleport to here. You had this really boring arena fight. You came in here, and this room was all one texture. Door here, not connected to anything else. You went up and around the stairs. You came in here. It looks like there's a secret I missed. In here was the key. There were some revenants in here, but look, this isn't connected to any other part of the level. There's one way in, one way out. Then you come over here. Single room, pretty much a square. let's see, you come in over here into this library section, which was pretty good. And then I think you actually came in here next. So yeah, I mean, just by looking at this map, you see how, whoops, you see how it lacks interconnection. All these areas are so distinct and so discrete. They're absolute of one another. There's a secret right over here. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Okay. And then this outdoor area was kind of cool. It just where is it? Yeah, this whole area wasn't so bad. It just was too big, I think, to be all that effective. You know, if this thing shrinks by about half, and it's a lot tighter, then I think this would be a pretty solid area. But again, look at the monotony of the texturing. Yeah, you've got this gray stone, and some of them are this gray stone, and some of them are this gray stone, but it's still all gray stone. And this, yeah. So yeah, some work on detailing definitely needs to happen, but I would pay more attention to the combat and the layout of the map, because they go hand in hand, and I think the detailing just kind of comes naturally. But yeah, what you want is more of a map that, I mean, the classic approach to good mapping layout is have the maps be interconnected, have a lot of different height levels, and have different routes to some of the same areas, and we don't really have any of that going on here. Alright, so that is Celestial Gateway by Malefication.